What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Drip Master, the Legendary saying. Sorry I was been out of phase because, for one, I'm a little busy because you know how things are, and two, my phone is cracked because of me. But looks like I gotta get myself like a new phone or something repaired, so like etcetera, etcetera. So anyway, I just not talk about that. So let's talk about some new stuff. I want to talk about the Splatfest in Splatoon 3. You know, ever since we finished the final Splatfest, like for like Team Past versus Team Present versus Team Future, but we know that Team Past win. So now that we don't know if Nintendo's gonna make Splatoon 4 on Nintendo Switch 2, so we could go back to the past about the Great Turf War. That's one. And the other thing is now we doing the replay of the Splatfest is dark chocolate versus milk chocolate versus white chocolate. But to tell you is that in the previous Splatfest, white chocolate wins because you know why? Because it's white because the other sexual way like they got a local. But and now and now today I think this is the halftime before 5 o'clock, where we will just find out who's the result, who wins. If milk chocolate wins, that will be like I don't know a tie against a white chocolate. But if white chocolate wins, people's gonna flip out and going in insanity ways. So yeah, that's the problem too. And the real problem is that because Nintendo should have make another new Splatfest instead of making the replays of that etc crap. Instead like this, why shouldn't it make like I don't know like more like crossover? Like sure, like you did like Leo versus Rav or Mikey versus Donnie or Mushroom versus Visibility Star. So why we can't just do like I don't know why we can use like Sega versus Nintendo versus Rare or PlayStation Sony versus Xbox versus Nintendo, or maybe Street Fighter versus Tekken versus Fatal Fury, or what else? Ooh. Um. Naughty Dog versus Sonic Games versus Activision. Or something like that. Instead, why we shouldn't we do that? But instead, like we bring up the replays and stuff, but we didn't see other like sure like you did like the Legend of Zelda of Power versus Wisdom versus Courage, and you did the Pokemon. Okay, so like we done that. But are we gonna surely gonna replay it again? Like fortunately is we know who's gonna win. Like I was on Team Power because you know why, and also we know that water wins. So yeah. Anyway, instead of the replay, just make like new stuff. Something like how about like racing game like Mario Kart versus Team Sonic Racing or versus I don't know My Nation Racers or the three mascot Mario versus Crash Bandicoot versus Sonic, something like that. Why we can't do those? Like Nintendo, I'm not mad. It just you kind of falling apart or making okay. Like we all have problem with the issue with the network service and the discontinued players. And when they quit the game, we had to go back to the lobby and all that shit around. Like sure, like you make Splatoon 1 and 2 like much better. But still, you need like to step up your game so you can fix up. And you patch up with this new version and stuff, and I found previous battle. I don't like it. It just like sure like we need it almost like open wide, but we just stay the same. And the reason of all, you didn't bring out the Moray Tower or the previous ones back before. Like, sure, we got new weapons, we got new gear, and some old gears we all know. But to tell you is that you need to, like, get a little attachment bit. Like, give it more thrilling. More, like, something more complete danger so people can choose sizes. And for that, like, why should, like, a matter of fact, why you should just bring out like who's the best of the best hedgehog, like Sonic versus Shadow versus Silver, or maybe hold up, I'm cooking like who's the better who's better comic books, Marvel versus DC versus Image Comics, like where's that? You should have like make that like you should have make that out. Marvel versus DC versus Image Comics, a comic battle. You should build that. Or who's the greatest stealthiest who's the greatest stealthiest character? Sly Cooper versus Solid Snake versus Rouge the Bat. You should do that too. Like Deathbell is always cooking it up with some new characters and stuff like Kratos versus Asura or Joker versus Giorno or Bowser versus Eggman. Like they've been cooking up, bro. They cooking, and you Nintendo, you need to start cooking up real good, bro. Like you need to cook out with some new stuff, like so people can have the thrill and whose side is gonna be chosen. Like, seriously. Or maybe, hold up. Maybe you just what's the best, what's the best mid 2000 racing game? Like, Mario Kart Double Dash versus Mario Kart DS versus Mario Kart Wii. Why you can do that? I'm just not mad. I'm just asking. It's the truth. I'm listening. Like, listen. I'm just not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed all you guys because now you bring up the replays and it's just like dead in there. And I'm not crazy. I'm not choosing sizes or anything because I just want you to bring more than this stuff, bro. And that's all you got. Your best player of all, like Anachan, me, and William, and Gruda, Snorlax, and all my friends. We've been playing. Even we got some OCs, and we made on PC source films and all that stuff around etc etc. Like we did that. But still, you're not cooking enough because you didn't make another Splatfest because we did the final Splatfest, but it's not good enough. We need more. We need more culture, more thrilling. We need something we're good at. I don't know. Who's the best? Who's the best sniper? Mordecai versus Zero versus Flak, or something we need something, man. Oh, who's the best? The best selling game? I don't know, Devil May Cry versus Bayonetta versus or Ninja Gaiden or something like that. We need we want more thrill and more more badass situation. Something really kick ass. Like, it's a part of my language, but it's true. What's the best first person shooter? Like Call of Duty versus Borderlands versus Far Cry, or what's the best assassin game? Like something like Assassin's Creed, or I'm sorry talking nonsense, but where is that? Like, if you thinking, like, hear me out. If you thinking, like, what is the best, you imagine, by using your brain, and like, why we can't let Nintendo let the people vote? Like, who want you, want people want to vote, so we can put the new Splatfest on, so we just, getting that real stuff. So people be enjoy with it. Or how about this? The best TV series. Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network versus Disney. Who's the best cartoon in Splatfest? Or Paramount versus Universal versus something. Or what's the best fighting game, like sword fighting, like Soul Calibur versus Samurai Showdown or something. Or what's the best horror zombie game, like Left 4 Dead versus Resident Evil versus um The House of the Dead. Like something you need to cook. Like, or maybe who is the best, or who's the best three? Goku versus Luffy versus Naruto. Why we can do, or can do that too? Or who's the, or maybe this? Hear me out. Ratchet and Clank versus Jack and Dexter versus Sly Cooper. Like, or what's the best graffiti game? Te- I don't know, like Jet Set Radio versus Bummer Cyberpunk versus Mark Ego Gaining Up. I'm telling you, I got a lot of stuff I want really to talk about. But those guys should need to keep cooking. Like cook it up, build something so people can be in love. And we're like 2025, man. Shit's gonna be a new day. It's gonna be in a new day for us. No hassle, no drama. Sure, we all have hassle problem like that because it's like that. New movies coming out, new games coming out, new action figures, etc., etc. Yeah. But this is not about this. This is about the Splatfest we need to talk about. I'm not talking about my phone's been broke, or I'm not talking about the new day or that. We talk about this right now. Nintendo, Splatoon, you're my favorite. Build something so people can love. You can't just wasting your time, sitting your ass, just doing nothing, and you can't think of something while you sure you make another new console stuff, but why we can't just make a new Splatfest so people can love? And still, you guys are really slow us down with replaying the whole crap. You got understanding. Hear me out. Are you are you guys not waking up to reality? Or are you just sure, you might be busy, you work hell, make all that money and money and money, but still, So yeah, that's all my talk about Splatfest. I'm Jerkmaster. I'm ending this video. Peace out, my Saiyans.